Okay, so what we're going to do here is we're going to replicate this active report. As you can see, when we click on the buttons, we're able to see the different kinds of revenue here. So we're going to go ahead and recreate that. First thing we want to do is open up a new report. And I'm going to choose this active report here. Great. We're going to make sure that we have the correct source for all of our queries. So the first thing I want to do is make sure that I have one main query set up for this. We're going to go ahead and open it up. And from the source here, we're going to pick the things that are the most important to us. So we want the retailer type, product line, and product type. And down here in sales, we need year, quarter, quantity, revenue, gross profit, and planned revenue as well. We're going to go ahead and put those in there. And we need country as well. We want to make sure that we are only looking at 2016. So let's go ahead and choose our year and throw that in here. And we're going to make a new expression. And I'm going to choose 2016. You validate and see that there are no errors. Press OK. And we're going to go ahead and do the same thing for country. I want to look at Australia only. Same thing, double check. No errors. Perfect. That should be all of the queries that I need. So I can go back to page 1 and start making my visualization. So the first thing I want to do is have that header at the top made. And we're going to go ahead and put a data list in. So I'm just going to undo that. I need the table to have 2 rows in 1 column. Great. So we're going to put the data list at the bottom, and we're going to ensure that we attach it to query 1. And from query 1, we want to look at revenue, planned revenue, the quantity, and the gross profit. Go ahead and put those in here, and we're going to connect it with product line. Going back here for active report, we're going to add our radio group, and we're going to attach that to query 1 as well. Radio group will be using the product line to make sure that these are connected. We go here, and we want this to filter through this. It should be fine. And let's go ahead and run this to see. So now we're able to see all of the different revenues. The next thing we want to do is add a couple of visualizations. We're going to add down here the custard column. It's fine, same thing. We want to make sure it's connected to the first query. And we're going to add another visualization over here, and that'll be this one. Same thing, connect to the first query. So the first one is looking at revenue by retailer type for the quarter. So let's go ahead and fill that in. The Y column is our revenue, and quarter down here. This will automatically already be looking at only 2016. Let's go ahead and run that. And down here we see our bar. Oops, looks like I've reversed them, but that's okay. It'll still be basically the same thing. So revenue quarter, retailer type. Revenue quarter, retailer type. And this one, quarter gross profit, retailer type. So I'll just make sure I have that correct. Quarter, gross profit, and retailer type. That should fix our report. Let's go ahead and take a peek. Perfect. We'll be able to add some titles in here later. The last thing I want to show for this video is that we are able to change the data format of this to be currency, and these are by the millions. We don't want any decimals, and we want it to show us only by the millions. So let's go ahead and do that. And we want it at the end. We will repeat this step for all of the other ones, but just to display it. So now we have that is like that. Last thing that we can do just to highlight a visualization aspect is we can, in here, select the page body. And for example, if we want to change the background color, we can do that. Let's say gray, apply, okay. And Looks like the top of this page has disappeared, but oh, there it is. Play that again. Oh, it didn't apply, but that's okay. That's something that we'll add later, but that is the basics, making sure that we're only using one query for everything here, and it's able to be filtered by the year 2016 for the country Australia. Thank you.